And it was...
Wait a second! Did you say Jesus was a 12-year-old boy?
Yeah.
A 12-year-old boy?
At one time, yeah.
Like some of these?
Yeah. Are any of y'all 12?
I'm 12.
I can smell them all the way over here.
Yeah. Yeah, when they raise those hands.
Boy.
Yeah.
I can imagine that. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Keep
Okay, so I can keep going. Okay. So, they were going to temple, or what are you eating?
Nothing.
This isn't breakfast time.
Not breakfast time?
No, put it away.
Not supposed to have food in the table?
No, put it back in your bag.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Do it.
Thank you. Alright, so anyway, they were going to temple, or church. Yes, with his family.
With his family?
Yeah. And
Jesus went to church with his family?
yeah, just like we all go to church with our family.
It's amazing.
It is amazing. The only difference is they lived really far away from their temple. A long way away. And
so they had to jump in the car?
Watch that bag.
That was close. You almost got me again.
Professor, that
And
was
so they
close.
jumped in their Mustang and they ran up to church.
Well,
It's a 2 horsepower.
yeah. They didn't have cars. No. So
They had a Mustang.
their donkeys,
Donkeys?
they had camels,
They had camels? Oh, I love camels.
and their whole family, their aunties and their uncles and their cousins, everybody went.
They took everybody.
They took
Their aunties,
everybody.
their uncles,
Yes.
their cousins,
Yes.
and even their monkeys.
He was going to show up again today. Yeah, so they went to church. So it was a special occasion. So it was like, the Jewish custom required them to go to Jerusalem for
All the way to
Passover.
Jerusalem for
Yes.
Passover.
Yes.
My goodness, that
Yes.
sounds like so much fun.
I
The
know.
whole family.
Yes.
So what happened? They went, they celebrated Passover.
They went and they celebrated Passover.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And when they got there, they had a big feast.
Big feast. I like big feast.
Yes. And they were
Good
so...
stuff.
What?
It's good stuff.
It's good stuff. I'm nervous about what you're doing behind me.
I'm sweating. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. Did you forget your hanky?
I blew my nose in it. I didn't use something
okay.
dirty, so I grabbed my old sock.
Well, so they were celebrating how faithful and loving God is, and how that He set the Israelites free from Egypt.
Wow! And so, in order to celebrate, they went out to the wilderness. I know this story. I remember.
Okay.
Monkeys gotta hide for a minute. Oh, they're tearing up the whole set. Monkeys, stop it!
And I think it's
Monkeys, they went and they rode their Mustang, and then they put paper pyramids out in the wilderness. They built these pyramids all over to celebrate how God set them free in Egypt. And so all across the Judean wilderness were pyramids.
Didn't you pay attention to our story?
So they didn't build pyramids.
No!
Really?
No!
Okay.
Okay,
You've got the story, I guess.
I do. So we don't want to repeat from yesterday. Are you gonna
I'm focused.
pay
I'm
attention?
ready.
All right. So I'm sure that Jesus would have really been excited to go with his parents. Sorry, my throat hurts this morning. Go with his parents to Jerusalem for the Passover festival and celebrate God's faithfulness.
Yes.
But do you guys know what happened when it was time to come back home?
I know. They all loaded up. Here, my hip. Yeah, you can hold the pyramid.
Okay.
Don't you take my monkeys.
I didn't. Oh,
And
thank
so
you.
They
Thank
all
you.
went.
You dropped some.
And they
No,
dropped some.
you're pulling
My
flowers
belly.
off.
Whoops. Gotta tuck this thing.
It wasn't your belly.
What my belly? It was
No.
the other side.
It was the other
Oh
side.
my goodness, that's terrible. So they all loaded up to go back home. All their friends, because they traveled
Yep.
together. It was
They
like
were
a giant
traveling
family.
together.
And then there's children, and then there's more ladies, and they're traveling, and then they're here traveling together.
They
And
were.
they're all looking.
You're
They
doing
started
good.
traveling home. Yeah. And
Yeah.
on the way home, I
Yes.
lost part of my pieces. They're in here.
Do you want some help? You need to be really careful. Oh,
I got it.
you did it.
Good job, Professor
And
Gigglesnort.
then, so they had all these people that they kept, and I don't know what happened to it, but that's okay. Oh, I found it. Here we go. They stopped by and they saw
got worried about Jesus because they figured he was playing with his cousins, and because it was a 5-day trip.
A 5-day? 5 days? Oh my goodness!
Yeah. So they thought he was just playing.
That's a lot of bathroom breaks.
It is.
My goodness.
It is. So,
5 days.
well, since
Could you imagine 5 days on the back of a camel?
well, they may have walked some.
Some of these guys smell like they've been 5 days on the back of a camel, and it's only day 2.
Yep.
It's terrible. Anyhow.
Okay.
So they're traveling.
So they're traveling, and then they start looking for Jesus.
Jesus!
And so they start asking their family.
Jesus!
And guess what?
Have you seen Jesus?
They couldn't find him
No, I
among
haven't
their
seen
friends
Jesus.
and their relatives.
Have you seen Jesus? No, we haven't seen Jesus. I haven't seen him. Mary, have you seen Jesus? No, Joseph, I haven't seen Jesus. They're looking everywhere. Yeah, they
So
couldn't
they're
find
looking,
him.
they couldn't find him.
What?
So they immediately had to turn around.
I know what happened. I'm going to get down carefully.
Okay.
So they turned around, and immediately Mary turned into a pillar of salt because she lost the Son of God. Oh. I guess she lost Jesus.
No.
An angel came and said, "This is the Son of God, and you lose him." I mean, that's pretty important.
No. That's not it. Did you take that piece
Now
off?
my other piece.
Oh, yeah. A little late there.
Anyhow, so that's not what
They
happened.
turned around and they started walking back to Jerusalem to
Walking
go
back to
find him.
Jerusalem, looking for
Yep.
Jesus.
They were looking for him.
Jesus!
Now, if you were looking for a 12-year-old boy,
Jesus!
I don't think Jesus is back there.
Jesus!
I don't think he's back there.
Okay, I'll keep
If
looking.
you were looking for a 12-year-old boy, where would you look?
Heaven! Look at
I
heaven!
don't know.
Look at heaven!
You know what?
Look at your heart!
Joseph, listen, friends. I need mouths quiet. Joseph and Mary looked for Jesus, and do you know where they found him the next day? You found him!
Look, it's Jesus!
He was in the temple.
Really?
Yes.
He was in the temple. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah!
Look at him up there. Yeah, you gotta add all those careful. They don't
I know.
He's talking, and they found him, and then Mary got a hold of Jesus and turned him over her knee and used her how she wanted. I dare you run away from me! I'm gonna spank your little Jesus bottom.
I don't think.
No.
I don't think that's what happened. No. She didn't put Jesus in the corner.
She didn't take his Xbox.
Nope.
Really?
You want to know? All right, we got to be quiet.
What do you think happened?
When they found him, Mary said to him, Jesus, how could you do this to us?
How could you do this to us?
Your father and I have been going crazy looking for you.
We've been so worried.
Yes, she must have been so worried. But you know what Jesus said?
What did he say?
He said, why were you looking for me? Do you know that I need to be here in my Father's house?
Really?
Yes.
You think he just talked back to her just like that?
Well, he said it very nicely.
Oh, he was
wasn't
very
being
nice about it.
upbeat.
Oh,
Yes.
that makes a difference, yeah.
Because even, whoops.
The temple is going to be destroyed and raised again in 3 days.
Listen, all right, listen. Because even though Jesus was only 12 years old, he knew his Father, and he was aware that he was the Son of God,
That's amazing.
and that he needed to be doing the work of God. And as the Bible tells us that after they went home, Jesus continued to grow up in wisdom and in stature and in favor with God and all his people.
So after this, Jesus continued to grow. They didn't just take care of him like John. They took him home, and he grew up to be a kid just like us. That's amazing. And he followed God, and God helped him all of his life.
Yeah,
That's
I guess that's
amazing.
what I'm saying.
I love these Bible stories.
Me too. Well, Professor,
Wow. So what we're saying? What are we learning about today? What does this tell us? What is our big idea? Our big idea is to make sure you bring your cough drops to church.
yes, I've already gone through two.
Yes.
So, we are learning today. What is our big idea? Weren't you
Well,
listening?
yesterday we learned that God wants to start with a clean canvas,
Yes.
right? Well, today I think this story reminds us that God is making us into His masterpiece.
Good job,
And
Professor.
just like Jesus grew up, he grew up, and God was making him, and he grew in all kinds of ways. He was a kid, and he had to learn lessons. God is making us into His masterpiece too.
Yes.
That's kind of cool.
It is
So what
like Jesus.
Wow. So tomorrow, are we going to be able to learn more Bible stories?
Yes.
All right. Are they going to do monkeys?
Maybe.
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 Well, I got to work on my fishing techniques, apparently.
Yeah.
I need more practice.
Hey,
I'll take this,
Professor,
yes.
be really careful. Your bag is right behind you.
Oh, yeah, that would be very bad idea.